What's up, Ricanistas, Darksiders, and the Boring Lot? Welcome to the first ever Touchline Trifecta. And we have BoringAFC, we've got Darkside, and we've got yours truly. All right? The massive negativo. Right? On a dopamine. All right. What's up, guys? How's it going? How's everybody doing?
Listen, I'm happy to be here. We're rolling. Yeah, man. Obviously, it's still pre-season. I'm sure we'll get into this. Obviously, we're still champions. And yeah, just enjoying the summer, man. I'm going on holiday next week, so yes, it's exciting times despite our lack of transfer window activity. It's exciting times, I think.
And you, Bob?
I'm doing. We're calling me Bob, are we? Right. Okay. Yeah.
Bobbert.
I'm doing very well. I've not long got back from holiday myself. I was in Corfu with the fam, so that was pretty good. I felt like I was just updating like X feed to see what was going on, but that was that. Apart from that, that's been pretty good. And I think it's like, are we in like day 80 odd now of being Premier League champions? I just don't feel like that's going to get old for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next. And we've been setting this up for a while, so it's nice to finally get this off and ahead of the new season as well. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. So the first thing we're going to cover is transfers. Give me a
I'll just kick things off. Obviously, as you know, people, there's been rumors today that a certain player has been linked to Man United and Chelsea. And let me tell you something. I do not want to see that happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Whether it's just rumors or whatever, I'm telling you right now that better not happen, because there's only one place, that I want to see Skelly at the beginning of 26-27. And that is obviously starting in our squad, because he's one of my favorite players. I love this kid. That's why he's on the back of my shirt. Man, like, Jack, what you saying, man? What you saying? And it's just annoying because when I think about some of the players that are still here, the Reece Nelsons, the Fabio Vieiras, the Jesuses, and the fact that we still haven't bought an attacker yet, like Solis, yeah, but it's like we need a proper attacker. And I know the left wing market is not great. The everything market is not great. Let's be honest. If we were looking for a centre back, it would be hard. If we were looking for a right back, probably the right back market is probably the best market right now, probably. But where I'm going with this is that we need a needle mover, man. In my opinion, we haven't replaced Alexis Sanchez. And I think that's just not good enough.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't. Miles Lewis-Skelly isn't going anywhere. His mum is his agent, and she's an Arsenal fan, right? Mm-hmm. So this is just noise, and I would ignore it. He's too important. He's only 19. He's an England international. He's a Champions League finalist, and he's a Premier League winner. There is no way I can see that he's going to be leaving the football club. It's just not going to happen. The only thing, I did a video about this on my shorts earlier, and the only thing that made me think that there could be something in it, and you know, I'm talking like 5% chance that there's something in it, was that you had that Ife Ibrahim coming in and playing alongside him, and he does really look something. He's 18. He's a year younger than Miles, but Miles is different, and I think that what Ife Ibrahim offers is something a little bit more like Abu Diaby.
Yes.
And you know what kind of player he was going to be. So I don't know. That was the only reason that made me think maybe there was something in it, because they were looking and thinking, well, actually, we think Ibrahim will eventually be a better player. That was the only thing that made me think there could be, fire to the smoke. But other than that, he was too important at the tail end of last season. He's going to be starting the season because Rice is on his arse, and you'd have to think that he will start the Community Shield and Coventry alongside Bruno Guimaraes. That's just how I think it's going to be. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Like for me, when we play the Community Shield, I'm thinking my midfield three is probably going to be Skelly, Bruno, and Odegaard, or Skelly, Bruno, and Eze, or probably start Eze and then probably bring Odegaard on because I don't think he's quite fit yet. So it's going to probably be Skelly. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Skelly, Bruno, Eze.
I don't think it would be Eze just because he's only just got back this Monday.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. So I will be Odegaard.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean Odegaard only played half an hour against Dortmund on Sunday, but he'll probably get more minutes against Como tomorrow. However, I do think that there was. I actually thought that Odegaard played quite well for his half an hour, but I don't think it's because he did anything particularly special. I think it's lending itself to perhaps a change in tactics. I think that Arteta is going to play different next season. I think if you look, even though we've lost games, if you look at the way the team have been playing with lesser squad members, I think that you're going to see something more direct. And I think with Bruno Guimaraes coming in, he plays through the lines, but he's also a brave passer. Like he gambles on his passes, and Arsenal don't do that enough. I actually think Victor Gyökeres, if he remains at the club, will score more goals this season with Bruno Guimaraes in the team. Personally,
facts.
What do you think about the Guimaraes signing?
For me, I think we've just signed a world-class midfielder. I think if we had Bruno Guimaraes in the Champions League final, I think we get a star above this badge, mate. I think he's that good. I think when you think about this year, if I told you at the beginning of the transfer window, you can sign whatever midfielder you want the best midfielder you want in the Premier League outside the top six, who are you picking?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? So for me, Bruno Guimaraes, strong. He's a warrior, good passer. Really can play in the 6, 10, or the 8, which I like about him. And he can play each position really well. I think he's probably the best in the 8, but he can play the 6 and he can play the 10. He's a good progressive passer. He's got a good final ball. He's not in terms of his shooting isn't amazing, but he can still shoot. I think you're getting somebody who's strong coming into their.
You say that. I think he was the joint top scoring central midfielder last season in the Premier League.
Well, there you go. Color me wrong, mate. There you go. And I'll tell you another thing. I was watching. I don't know why I've been getting recommended a lot of like Newcastle streamers, and I've been watching a lot of their content. Just kind of obviously before Bruno came, I wanted to kind of see what their thoughts were and stuff. And
they're devastated.
Hey, they are devastated. I think one guy, I think his name's Jack. He was basically saying that if you look at the games that Bruno didn't play, we didn't win. We didn't win. We didn't win a single game without Bruno being in the team.
That's right. Yeah.
But you're talking a captain, you're talking a leader, you're talking someone who, even without GA, has heavy influence on the team, and they're pivotal to their success. Like, I think getting Bruno Guimaraes has been an absolute masterclass. I think it's been an absolute masterclass.
Yeah, I said this. Oh, go on, Rican.
I think that my internet sucks, but I think that if we're gonna shoehorn Odegaard, which we know he's still the captain, he's still gonna be there. If we're gonna shoehorn him in there, then if you put Rice in the 6, Guimaraes allows us to have movement on the left side. Like he allows our left side. If you look at Odegaard's heat map, it's all right side. It's all him and Saka. I mean, we can say Martinelli's been trash, but he's been on an island. When you put Bruno out there, you get more movement. And let's be honest, Odegaard, he's not really a creator. He hasn't been a creator in 2 years. He has the occasional pass, but his job is control. I think Bruno allows him to have control, and then Bruno can actually help us create a little bit or a lot of it. You never know, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that Bruno is a top 3 midfielder in the league, and Rodri wants to leave. So I think that Arsenal now have the two best central midfielders in the Premier League playing for their team. And I agree with you. I think the best that we ever saw Martinelli was when Xhaka was in the team. And I think that Guimaraes will do for Martinelli what Xhaka did for him, but on an upgraded level. I don't think Martinelli's going to start, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised if Martinelli's gone come the beginning of the season. But, you know, to move from one signing to another, if you look at what Solis is already bringing to the team, and then you put him in the squad with the likes of Guimaraes and Rice and Odegaard, I just think that they are two wonderful signings. And as a pairing, I just think they're going to do so much in the Premier League this year.
Can I just say one thing quickly, Rob? Yeah,
I'm
not falling for the propaganda of another midfielder's going to unlock Martinelli. I'm sorry, I'm not falling for that. I had an argument with somebody the other day about this. I think I was on Rashid's stream. Somebody was, I think, Black Crow or Shikamaru in the chat. The reason why I said no. So I was on Warby's stream actually. Where I was arguing with this Madueke lover guy. Shout out to you, Toby. You're a nice guy, but Madueke is dead, bro. Anyway, he basically said he was talking about Martinelli 15 goals, and I said the reason why Martinelli got 15 goals is not just because of Xhaka. There's actually two more reasons why he got 15 goals. That season, teams weren't playing low blocks against us, and number two, he was interchanging with Jesus, so he was coming central more and getting into central positions where he's most effective. Without those two elements, it doesn't matter if you're bringing Xhaka back at prime, you're not going to unlock Martinelli, in my opinion. That's what I'd say, because I think it's important to have that extra context with the whole Martinelli 15 goals thing.
I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. And but like I said, I just don't think I don't even think he's going to be at the club come the start of the season. I really don't.
Neither do I. By the way.
Same. I think he'll.
I'd be very surprised if Martinelli is here by Coventry. I'll be very surprised. Yeah,
me too.
But who replaces him? That's the next question. Who is the left winger choice?
Mate, I've got a list.
I mean, I've got a list as well. I don't even need to write it. I know Rob loves his notes, but for me, straight off the cane roads, mate. Straight off the cane roads.
I'll start with Bob then. Who is on your list?
Okay, well, so for me, the obvious one would be to sign Yildiz. I think that is the left winger that Arsenal have been mooting for a while, and that now the Vinicius saga has come to its inevitable end. I think Yildiz is the player that we should be going for. I also think that when you watch him play, there's such a versatility to his game. I kind of think it's a little bit tricky because I think there is an element of we could be sleeping on Solis a little bit because I don't know. I feel like he's got like transfer of the season vibes about him. I just think that he's one of those players where, do you know what he reminds me of? He's the type of player that Palace would have signed and then we'd pay 80 million for.
Facts.
That's the vibes I get, and that's why I think that there is. And I know that Arsenal's business has been slow, but we know that that's how Berta is. So we have to kind of swallow that a little bit. But we've taken our time. We've bought the players that we've wanted so far. And we're not overpaying. We didn't overpay. We got a bargain by the looks of it in Solis, and we stuck to our guns with Guimaraes and got him for 75 mil. So, you know, I think that Arsenal are behaving like champions in the market. Maybe we would like some of the business to be done faster, but we're looking at what's available and we're going, this is what we're willing to pay, and we're not going to be bullied into paying more because we don't have to do that now. Solis for 40 million is looking really good business. And he's the type of player, if he's okay, so maybe 40 million euros then, sorry. Yeah. And then, but if he plays for Bournemouth, we're all looking around going, who the bloody hell is this guy? You know? So I think it's wonderful business. And I think there's a danger that this other talk could be a bit premature of people like Yildiz or anyone else, because actually we might already have what we need and we're looking for the understudy to him. And that's where Ndai might come in. That's just my thoughts. Yildiz or Ndai, I think.
Yildiz or Ndai. What about you, Dark Side?
For me, like I said, the Turkish Super Saiyan, Great Snake Way, Yildiz has got to be coming to that carpet.
Yeah.
21 years old, Turkish international, absolute baller. Absolute baller. For me, just when I look at because for me, I'm a person back in the day. Yeah, I love wingers, bro. I love wingers. Like the pace and trickery are the two things I love watching most in football. So I've watched I've watched his games, I've watched his highlights, I've watched him in the Champions League. Ball striking, check. Trickery, check. Sending players to the shops and leaving them on their bums, check. Not the fastest winger in the world, but to be honest, I don't really care because for me, I look at him as more of an inside forward with trickery. So inside forward, somebody that I can comfortably rely on to not only get crosses in, but to create moments of stardust when needed. They're not going to just do that thing where he shifts the ball from left to right and gets his head down and does the road runner thing, because I can't be seeing that in big 2026, 2027. I can't be seeing that anymore. Nusa, as I said, you know me, I'm a big fan of the techie light-skinned winger. It's a profile that I'm a big fan of. Nusa hits all the attributes with the blonde hair and all that stuff. So to me, great ball striker, great dribbler. I actually said maybe this time last year, like November, he might be. I think he might be next up. I think that was when he was playing at a different team as well. And I said he looks like he's going to Leipzig. He might have a great season. Or maybe was he with Sesko? I think, yeah, he was playing with Sesko. Yeah, he was at Leipzig. Yeah, he was still at Leipzig. And I said, look, he's going to have a great season. I wouldn't even be surprised if Arteta ends up with Sesko and Nusa. I wouldn't be surprised as a replacement for Havertz, or competition for Havertz and replacement for Martinelli. Obviously, we got Gyökeres, so that didn't happen. And we didn't get Nusa, so that didn't happen. I'm happy with the Njai thing. Njai again, techie. Probably I think what I like to call is the golden ratio height for a winger. I think it's about 5'11". So for me, that's the golden ratio because you're still tall enough to have a bit of extra strength, but you've still got no enough center of gravity to, again, put people on bums. And when I think about anyone else out there, I think there's a guy, not Goats or something from Goats. I've heard about him. I've heard a lot of people be raving about him. I don't really know much about him, but I've heard he's the real deal. I wouldn't mind him. And other than those four, I'm not really looking at the Bradley Barcola thing because when they're quoting 150 million euros, bro, I just said it a million times. Light skin band okay. Martinelli with braids. No, thank you, bro. No, thank you.
My winger pick, right? My winger pick is actually, I mean, this might be controversial, but I take Marcus Rashford, man.
I knew it.
I take Marcus Rashford. Bring Rashfordinho to the carpet. If we can get him on a good wage deal,
he's on 375 a week, by the way.
Listen, we get him on 225, 230.
He ain't taking that pay cut.
Listen, he took it for Barcelona.
Yeah, but that's for Barcelona, though.
Listen, he can play in London. He can have, his man bag. He can be a fashionista, you know what I'm saying? Listen, bring Rashfordinho to the carpet. Bring him to the carpet. I take Rashford in a heartbeat, right? If we're not talking Rashford, man, listen, I hear the Udis thing. I hear people like him. Where did Juventus finish last year? Not in the Champions League play. They had it and they bummed it, right? Where did Turkey finish in the World Cup? So I'm just saying we're expecting that guy to bottle it. I mean, I'm just saying we're expecting him to bottle it in Italy, bottle it in the World Cup, and then come to Arsenal and not bottle it against some of the best defenses in the world.
But
I'm not saying he's gonna be trash, but I'm just saying if I'm gonna spend 100 million, I need to be sure. And Rashfordinho is sure. I know what he gives us, right? I know what Rashford gives us. Might give us not enough work rate, but he'll give us magic, and I'll take that. I'll take that, bro. But I just don't see any winger that wows me, man. I hear who you saying. I hear all the people you saying, and that sounds good. But if we're gonna break the bank for them, I'd rather just go Silas, man, and use that money to you know what I'm saying? On that though, Bruno was an integral part. He was an integral part in everything they did, and the rest of them suck. How Anthony Gordon got to move to Barcelona? It's brown envelopes. I don't know how that guy got to move to Barcelona. I don't understand. And that other bum, Tonali, he's a bum now because he went to Spuds. Any player that goes to Spuds is automatically a bum. You lose style points. You go to Spuds. But yeah, I take Rashford. I would take Silas though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I take Silas. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a hater. But yeah, man, my next question, still on transfers. Did you actually think we had a chance at Vinny? I'll start with Darkside.
Listen, I don't want to sound like flipping what's his name expressions, but Chinisius Junior blood. You're not coming to my. I'm joking. But I'll be honest with you. I thought there was a 20% chance we'd get Vinicius. Only because in my head, yeah, if I'm Vinicius, do I really want to stay at Real Madrid? Because stylistically, I play off the left, yeah. Mbappe, the best player in the world, they've just signed him from flipping PSG a couple of seasons ago. World Cup winner. He just wants to play off the left. And Jude Bellingham, obviously he plays in the 10, but he likes to drift to the left and come inside and do those little mazy runs. So you got 3 players that want to be in the left. And you can be in Mbappe's shadow and be, you know what I'm saying, and be like, you know, the backup dancer. You can be Robin, but if you come to Arsenal, you can be Robin van Persie, bro. But you didn't want to be Robin van Persie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would never, and I get it. It's Real Madrid, biggest club in the world. You know, je ne sais quoi, vavavoom. I get that, but bro, I would rather be king. I'd rather just be. It's better to always be king than to be the princess, the king's squire, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I thought it was a 20% chance. But listen, I think Vinicius has made a big mistake, you know. I think Vinicius has made a big mistake. And I'm not just saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan. Take off my Arsenal hat. I'm happy for him. He's got the money he wanted, playing for the best club in the world, biggest club in the world. But Real Madrid haven't won a trophy in 2 seasons. Just felt like this was the ideal time to come to Arsenal. If we sign Vinny, domestic treble loaded. Domestic treble loaded, fam. Domestic treble loaded. Give me my Carabao, give me my FA, and give me my effing top. Give me number 15. You know what I'm saying? But again, he decided to be the King Squire instead, so that's his decision, isn't it?
What about you, Bob?
His decision.
Yeah, I mean, I am probably around about the same number as Darkside. To be fair, I thought there was probably about a 20% chance, 1 in 5. If he comes to the Premier League, we're talking about someone who becomes the superstar of the Premier League before they've even kicked the ball. You know, it's a huge signing. He's a generational talent, and he comes to the Premier League. Arsenal would make him their top paid player, 100% of his image rights, all of that stuff, as well as being just one of the most wonderful left wingers in world football, right? And so he becomes the main man at Arsenal. He will never be the main man at Real Madrid while you've got Mbappe there, while you've got Jude Bellingham there, you've got Diamondi coming in now. You know, you've got all these players who are going to come in, and he's going to be part of that group. He's going to be one of the fish in the sea while you've got the big shark in Mbappe. Whereas if he comes to Arsenal, he's the big boy. And I just think he's missed a trick. I think he's missed a trick. And I get it. He wanted to sign for Real Madrid. He wanted to re-sign for Real Madrid. Real Madrid was the team of his heart. So you can only really be happy for him. Like, that's what he wanted. Like, Arsenal were his second choice. Even being a second choice there ain't bad, because we wouldn't have been in the discussion 3 or 4 years ago. So, you know, I think he got what he wanted, and we have to swallow that, unfortunately. But our time will come. Where are you at?
I don't think he's there.
Rican, what do you think?
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, I said the same. I said 20%. Now, I like to think about things like holistically, and like, I get that he wants to be Real Madrid. I mean, listen, I'm an Arsenal fan. Real Madrid offered me a pay package. I'm going to go work for Real Madrid, right? Everyone wants to work for Real Madrid or Barcelona. They're the 2 biggest clubs in world football. But my issue with Vinicius is you were already 3rd string, broski. You're not even Robin. He's Batman. Jude's Robin. You like Batwoman.
No, Gruner, he's Raditz, bro. He's not even Napa. He's Raditz, fam.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
like,
Uncle Albert, man.
You know what I'm saying? He's an extra, bro. I'm just saying, bro. He's one of the toads in Naruto. Like he's just a recurring character, bro. That's it. Like, so for me, like, I just don't understand it. And the thing that I think about as well, bro, you've already had racist abuse, and I hate to take it there, but when Real Madrid lose, it's gonna be your fault, Vinicius. They're not gonna blame the star child, Jude. They're not gonna blame Mbappe. They're gonna blame you. So you basically signed up to be the scapegoat. Like you signed up to be the fall guy when it doesn't work. Because guess what? I think Barcelona run the gamut again.
Yeah, same.
Run it win again. And guess what? When it doesn't work out, they'll point to Vinicius and say, well, you signed this mega contract, and because of you, we couldn't bring in Rodri. Because if Rodri goes to Barcelona and they win, you know they're gonna blame Vinicius. They're gonna blame that contract. And you signed up for that, bro. It's okay. I don't feel bad for you. But like you guys said, like you could have been the man. You could have been Arsenal's biggest ever signing, hands down. You could have had me at the Armory taking all 3 kits with Vinny Jr. on the back, spending my hard-earned money. You could have had that, but you didn't want that, man. You wanted to stay and be a backup dancer. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be the third Destiny's Child, man. You're not Beyonce. You Michelle, bro. like you know what I'm saying? Like you Otis, bro. You Otis. Ain't nobody here to see you Otis. They came to see the Temptation. They came to see David Ruffin. They came to see Mbappe. They didn't come to see you Otis. And it's okay. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. So
Michelle killed me.
Listen, I think Big has to do good. Big up to everybody. He said, "Sexy man, right?" That's crazy.
That's right.
But any other? My last transfer question, then we'll move on because we've been on this for a hot minute. But with the Saliba injury, what do we do?
We go and get Koundé from Barcelona.
Yeah, I think Koundé's the link right now, isn't it?
I think Koundé makes the most sense.
Koundé or Romero?
Or Romero.
I don't want Romero, bro. I hate Romero. I
can't stand that dude, bro.
I hate Romero. You know, there's some players, that not only do they play for teams you don't like, but you just hate their faces. I don't even like his face, bro. His face pisses me off.
Bro, listen, Sol Campbell was the only person I've ever seen get that Tottenham stank off of him. I'm just saying, once you get it on you,
it's true.
Like Modric and Bale got off before it was too much.
We've never other than Sol Campbell, we've never signed a Tottenham player in my lifetime that directly from Tottenham. We've never done that. Whereas like we've had players leave Arsenal and then go to Tottenham, like Adebayor, Gallas, but we've never had
Bentley.
Oh yeah, Bentley.
Koundé does make sense, and I think that's what it is.
Romero would have been cinema though.
No, but I don't want him to be getting red cards though. He's annoying, man. Like he's annoying.
I just want it for the vibes.
He's a red card merchant, man.
Yeah, having that Argentinian connection to get Alvarez on the line though, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you said to me, get Romero and it guarantees Alvarez.
I don't want that.
Listen, do you know what Romero's middle name is?
What?
Gabriel.
Is it really?
I'm just saying, bro.
I am not kidding. Gabriel. I'm trying to get rid of the one I got, man. Jeez.
I'm not kidding.
To be honest, we need to get rid of Gabriel's right now.
Listen. There's a checklist at Napoli. There's a checklist. Napoli must do like 5 things in order to sign Gabriel Jesus. They've already done a couple. I'm checking off the list. I need that guy gone. Gabriel will drive him to Naples. I will drive him to Naples.
Well, you could get an Uber. I know an Uber guy.
But yeah, all right. So let us move on to the next issue, and that's preseason. Arsenal's preseason has been mixed. The last couple ones have been losses, although we did win the penalty shootout. How do you guys feel about the preseason so far? Let's start with Rob.
Yeah, I mean, look, we beat Girona 4-1. We lost to Betis 3-1. That was shambolic in Ireland, which I thought was a real shame because I don't think Arsenal played in Ireland for a while, and it would have been good if they turned up for that. It was nice to see Bellerin talk so wonderfully about the club. And then Dortmund, we lost 3-2. Again, mismatch. I thought we were better in the we were very good in the opening. Up until Odegaard went off, actually, I thought we were very good. And then we shipped the goals, and then we kind of picked up in the second half when Salmon came on, when O'Neill came on, when Ibrahim came on, and we started to see better passages of play. I kind of feel the same way about this pre-season as I did the last one. We weren't very good. We lost to Tottenham in pre-season last year, you know, so we weren't great, and we haven't been great. The only thing I will say, and Ty and I were talking about this, I think, earlier on, you can see where the passages of play are changing, and you can see how he's readying his team to play a certain way this year. And I do think that there are adjustments, and that's going to take some time and whatever. And he hasn't had the full squad to work with yet, just like everyone else. But I do think that when you watch the way Arsenal are trying to play, it's faster. And I think that Arsenal are building up the play faster. And I actually think that's preempting what they think players like Guimaraes and Solis are going to do to the team, because they are fast releasing players. And you know, I actually think that we might, if Gyökeres does hang around, and this trading with Alvarez and Atletico Madrid is not accurate, I think Gyökeres will score more goals this year as well, with the way that he's adjusting the build-up. So although the results haven't been great and it's been frustrating to watch at time, I do think that the changes that he's making will be good going forward. But, you know, that's just my take. What do you think?
What about you, Dark Side?
I mean, like I said, I like Gyökeres, yeah. I'm just going to start off by saying that Gyökeres performance versus Dortmund in pre-season was Danny diabolical. It was Danny diabolical. But again, I'm not going to be one of these reactionary fans that say we need to get rid of him, even though that's exactly what I said 2 hours ago on WhatsApp. But but all shenanigans aside, I think Lewis Skelly and Bruno, and I hate to be one of those people that unlocks another player, but I think ultimately I have to say, like, Lewis Skelly, a midfield of Lewis Skelly, Eze, and Bruno, to me, it just stinks of progressive football, especially in like low block games. And I can just see Gyökeres really thriving with those three as a midfield. Even with Odegaard, as long as Bruno and Skelly play together, and Solis as well, because Solis, bro,
honestly,
the assist for Nwaneri's goal in the Dortmund preseason game, it was just textbook Trossard. Stagger, cut, left foot, look up, bang, across the box, precision, top in. Bro,
God, he's so exciting.
Honestly, I know it's early to say, but he's got GA in every single game he's played so far in the Arsenal shirt. Even the behind closed doors friendly at Watford, he got an assist. So for me, I still want another winger, because I don't want Martinelli to be the backup. Even if he's the main and an understudy comes through, I'd rather Yildiz. Even if Yildiz is the understudy, I don't care. But Solis, Gem, and I think the progressive football element of Bruno coming in with Solis, even if we don't particularly play that more progressive 23-24, 22-23 style, I think those two players coming into the squad, and my boy coming into the squad a little bit more as well, you will see the how do I put this? I'm trying to think of an example without using anime, but I can't think of one. So the residue or the nuclear fallout of having more progressive players in the starting 11.
Can I add to that as well, Darkside? You talk about Miles Lewis Skelly and Guimaraes playing more, and you've got to think that will probably be the starting midfield to the season. Both of them are pretty unpressable as well, and they showed numbers for how important Rodri was for Man City, and it said something like 80% of the time he doesn't get pressed off the ball, right? Yeah. And it had this wonderful little graph of all the central midfielders. My guy Guimaraes was up there with 95% of the time he doesn't get pressed.
He's press resistant.
It was just like up here, and everyone else was here, and it was just like, what have we signed?
He's press resistant.
I just think we are going to be I honestly think we're going to be so much faster on the transition. I really do. And I think that even though the results haven't gone our way because we're still working things out or whatever, I just think Arsenal are going to be so much faster, and teams aren't. And do you know what? I think that Arteta's looked at it and gone, I need to nullify the low block this year. And that's what his tactics are going to be built around, because people are just going to sit deep on us. I just think it's really exciting. What's your take on the preseason, Rican?
I ain't watch it. I'm gonna lie to you. I didn't watch it. I just did, bro. I watched half of I think I watched half of a half of one of the games, and I was like, this is garbage. I watched a little bit of Sevilla preseason. I was like, I can't do it. Like, my stomach was literally sick. I was like, I don't want to watch no preseason. But I will say this: I have watched a little bit. I've watched bits and pieces. I think the thing that people aren't understanding when it comes to how our players look, especially the ones that went to the World Cup, America is a big place, right? It is a huge place. And playing in the World Cup for 2 months, flying thousands of miles from one coast to another, that takes a lot of, you could have about 3 or 4 weeks, but you're not going to come back to match fitness in 2 weeks. And this is why I worry about someone like Declan Rice, right? Now, Zubamendi, he should be fit. That dude ain't do nothing. I watched Spain. He ain't do nada. He had Norgard minutes for Spain. Right? So Zubamendi should be fine. But I look at Declan Rice. I look at those guys. And Declan Rice is the guy that we're going to be looking toward. Everyone wants to see the whole Declan Rice, Odegaard, Bruno Guimaraes midfield. Because we know that's what our manager's going to put. I'm excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am excited to see Odegaard, everyone. Listen, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked.
Can we clip this? Can we clip this?
but yeah, man, like I am excited to see what we have. But I think, when it comes to Gyökeres, I see a lot of people, say, oh, he's playing in Timberland boots. The guy is probably exhausted, right? You've played a grueling season where you've basically been in this haram ball. You scored 15 goals or 14 goals in the Prem. You know what I'm saying? Then you've gone and you basically put Sweden on your back in the World Cup. You've come back. You've had, 2 or 3 weeks maybe of rest, and now you're back into training. Yeah, you're not going to look great. He's not going to look great. He's got to get back into it. Right? And I think what a lot of people aren't saying about preseason, not just ours, but I think everyone in general. Everyone's talking about how great these teams are going to be. We're the most, how do I say it? We're the most structurally sound team. We got the same manager. We got some of the same players. We know what we're trying to do, and we're the champions, right? A lot of the teams that we're playing, they've got guys who went to the World Cup. They've got new managers. They're implementing new systems. There's no reason, and we'll get into that the next bit. But preseason for me is just that, man. I feel like Allen Iverson. It's just practice, not a game, not the game that I love. We talking practice. Bro. We lost preseason last season, and guess what?
That's exactly what I was saying.
None of that matters, bro. Preseason for fitness and trying things out. As long as nobody gets injured, I couldn't care that we don't win the Emirates Cup. Boo-hoo. Oh my God, we lost the Emirates Cup. Sack Arteta. No, I don't care. I don't care. Whether we win or lose it. Right. So preseason to me is just that. It's a preseason.
Also,
and we're not seeing...
just a side note, the Emirates Cup is one of the ugliest trophies I've ever seen as well, by the way.
I heard Dortmund didn't want to even lift it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to going tomorrow, though. I'm going to be at the game tomorrow.
What, Como?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see your enemy Fabregas, isn't it?
Hey, listen. Do you know what? Can I tell you something? Yeah. Ty, what's the point in having an opinion if you can't change it? All right. All right. If you, my friend, can change your opinion, then I too can change my opinion. All right. Look, I don't know. Maybe it's a bad day, but I'm going to let bygones be bygones. I'm looking forward to seeing Fabregas tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing the game. My wife actually bought me the tickets, and they're club level, so I'm absolutely buzzing. Going with my brother and my dad. So I'm hoping that we're going to see a teaser for the season, and we're going to see Guimaraes and Miles Lewis-Skelly play. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you picked that up, brother. But yeah, no, I'm hoping I'm going to see a Guimaraes, Miles Lewis-Skelly pivot tomorrow. So yeah,
one thing I will say, right? I think that tomorrow against Como is going to be an audition for our next manager. I honestly think Cesc Fabregas would be the next manager of Arsenal.
I think you're right.
I think so as well.
I think if Arteta chooses to go to Barcelona, Real Madrid, wherever he chooses to go to, I think Cesc Fabregas will be our next manager. So that's just my opinion on that.
And you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it. I can't lie. I wouldn't be mad at it. Only because we've got our Premier League title back. I don't see us winning the Champions League without an elite attack, because our attack is stinky, bro. So if you said to me right now, Arteta wins maybe another title, Carabao Cup, I don't know, maybe another FA Cup in the next 3 years, and then fucks off, and then we get Fabregas, and then Fabregas actually gets us playing like 22-23, but with trophies. Oh, you can't chat to me. You can't chat.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Cesc Fabregas will be the next manager of Arsenal, but I still think there's more to come from Arteta. I don't think what we saw, for me personally anyway, I don't think last season and the way that he set up his team is the best of Arteta. And if in a couple of months' time I have to swallow that, then I will. But at the moment, I think he felt like last season, I've said this a few times, I think last season he felt like he had to shithouse his way to the title, otherwise it was going to cost him his job. And that's essentially what he did. And I think that the early signs, as far as the practice of pre-season goes, we're seeing something a little bit more expansive. And I said this as well, he's going to get a new contract, right? We know that. One of the things I said was, if he does win the league, don't give him a new contract unless the style of football improves. So let him see out his contract. It finishes next season. Let him see out that contract and then part ways. But if the football does improve, then I do think a conversation needs to be had. Like, I don't think you can have it just one way. There has to be two sides to this. If the football doesn't change, part ways. But if the football improves, then I think at the very least the conversation needs to be.
He already signed the contract, no?
Pardon?
He already signed the contract, didn't he?
Well, that's what the rumors are, but nothing's been announced, has it?
I think it's been.
Yeah, me too.
But,
I do too.
That leads to the next bit that I want to talk about, and that's the opening fixtures and the season predictions. So we'll start with the opening fixtures. I'm only going to do the first.
Can I ask you one question first? Can I ask you one question first before you do that? Before we talk about the fixtures, do you think the Community Shield should be rebranded to a Super Cup?
Yes.
Okay. Me too. GooneRican?
Yeah, but I still don't think it matters. I think
it needs to be rebranded to it needs to be rebranded to the English Super Cup.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Because the Community Shield thing is just like, I mean, it used to be sponsored by fucking McDonald's, man. Like, come on,
mate.
Man.
It needs to work. Yeah.
It needs it needs a proper sponsor. It needs like Lucozade and the English Super Cup. Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Care about.
For me, it means something. I love the Community Shield, and I think it should have a bit more prestige. You know, we've got tonight. It's the bloody Super Cup for the Champions League winners and the Europa League, and that's you can call that a glorified friendly as well. But I want glorified friendlies to mean something. It's a kickstart of the season. It should be like, you know, you're lifting the curtains up on something that's going to be monumental. So give the occasion something monumental. Like, I want it to mean something. I want players to be like trying to fuck each other off and whatever. Like, to me, it's not a friendly. All right. You can talk about whether it's a trophy or not, but to me, it's the curtain raiser, and it has to be more than just, you know, two winners playing against each other. It's two winners wanting to be the ultimate winner. You know,
I hate the fact that it's a shield. Like, I hate Germany's trophy. Like they're the Pokal trophy. Is that what it's called? Pokal, the DFB Pokal trophy, the long gold one. I like that more than I like the dinner plate. I don't like dinner plate trophies.
Facts.
I hate dinner plate trophy. If you made it a proper trophy, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, let's see a proper lift. But a dinner plate, bro, nah. I just can't get behind it, bro.
Can I just say this, yeah, Rob? Even though I do look at the Community Shield as a friendly, when we played the Community Shield in 2024 and Trossard got the 119th minute equaliser, This was me.
Hey, listen. When Arteta won it, it didn't count as a trophy, and now every man is counting it as a trophy when they won it. So
Bro,
listen,
like,
for me, that's trophy number 1 of 5 that we're trying to win this year.
It's a dinner plate, man.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What do you
If Unai Emery beats PSG in the Super Cup, yeah, does that mean he's had a better Premier League legacy than Arteta?
I couldn't give a fuck about what Unai Emery's won. I just
No. But it's, I think it's a good question.
No, I think he's had a better European pedigree than.
I mean,
Arteta.
he's always definitely. I mean, he's the Europa League king. But
I mean, I've had a better European pedigree than Arteta.
That is not true. You ain't played no Champions League final.
I did it in FIFA and I won. He probably couldn't even do that.
No, he's definitely got. I mean, look, his European pedigree is without question, and he's done a wonderful job at Aston Villa, despite the trauma that it's caused Arsenal. But Premier League legacies are built on what you've won, and he's won a Premier League, and Unai Emery hasn't. And so,
Arteta's the best manager in the league right now, hands down.
Yeah, he is.
I don't.
He's the best. No, he's the best man. And I think he's mid. I think a lot of the managers are mid, but he's the best of a mid bunch.
Do you know who I think pushes him?
I personally still think Xabi Alonso is better.
No, I don't.
But Xabi Alonso's never done it in the Prem. If you're talking about Prem experience, Arteta has the leg up on everybody.
Bro, Xabi, people forget, if he won that Europa League final, Xabi Alonso would have done an invincible treble, bro. Do you know how nuts that is?
Yeah, I get that in Germany, though.
But
yeah, look,
bro,
I mean,
an invincible treble, though, regardless. He nearly done an invincible treble, bro. If it wasn't
we
for
were
Adam
invincible in the Champions League, and guess what? We didn't win it. Who cares?
I mean, I think the person who's pushing Arteta close in the Premier League right now is probably Iriola. And I think that Enzo Maresca did a better job at Chelsea than people give him credit for. So I think that could be quite interesting at City. But for me, it's Iriola. Iriola is the man. He is the one that I fear the most, if I'm being honest right now. Pardon?
Dr.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh dear, Peter Arteta over here. But yeah, I think Xabi Alonso would be okay, but it didn't work out in the second biggest league in the world, or the biggest league in the world in the La Liga. It didn't work out for him there, so he's got to do it again at Chelsea. As far as I'm concerned, they've recruited well, they've brought in good experience, and I think some people are going to sleep on those Welbeck and Henderson signings. They're not there to play every game, they're there to sort out that dressing room, and I think that is quite astute business. They tried to do it with Xhaka, they couldn't get it, so they went Henderson instead. But for me, it's going to be Iriola and Enzo Maresca, I think, that really push Arteta this season.
So I'll do predictions in a minute, but I want to start with the opening fixtures, which we already talked about, the Community Shield. That's what I was going to start with. But okay, now let's talk about the first two games, which is Coventry and what is it? Is it Chelsea?
Villa.
Coventry
at home, Villa away.
Yeah. I know it's one of the big six. I don't count Tottenham, those scrubs. You finished 17 twice in a row. You're not a big 16. Trash. So what do you expect from the first two games?
Go on, you go first, Ty.
I think in the first game will be cagey. I think the first game will be cagey as hell, bro. I think we'll win. I think we'll win like 2 or 3-0, but I think the first like 45 minutes are going to be cagey. I reckon 0-0 at half time. I reckon Bruno Guimaraes will get the first goal, and then I'm going to go with second goal scorer. Probably going to go with Solis and Guimaraes for the 2 goals. 2-0 clean sheet. Good night. Second game against Aston Villa. It really depends on 2 things. If we sign another player by the time we play Aston Villa, and also if they win the Super Cup. Because if they win the Super Cup, they're going to be bopping it around like they're prime Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot of factors, but I'm going to go with 6 points out of the gate.
Yeah, I feel the same. I looked at the first five and I said that if Arsenal was serious about, and my feelings were, if Arsenal was serious about retaining, they have to be taking a minimum of 13 from 15. They've got Coventry at home, Villa away, Chelsea at home, Sunderland away, and then Brighton away. At Villa and Sunderland away last season, we dropped points. We lost to Villa and we drew with Sunderland, and we should have beat Sunderland. I don't particularly look at Villa and think they strengthened. Coventry, I think, have broken their transfer record 3 times in a row, so that'll be quite interesting to see how that works. I think we'll be too strong for Coventry, and I think that we will. I think we will beat Villa, and I think we'll beat Villa because I think Rice will start that game actually, and it will be him and Guimaraes. I think that Rice will have a part to play in that game. It wouldn't surprise me if he brought him in. But even if he doesn't, I think that Miles Lewis-Skelly and Guimaraes will be too strong in the middle for them. I don't think that John McGinn is going to be doing much against those two. So I think Arsenal will be taking 6. But they can't be dropping points against Villa away again.
I think that, as Jack said here, Coventry will come hoping to get something. This is their brand new team coming up. They'll look to take the skull of the champions. Like they will look. I think it'll be tougher than we kind of expect. But I think we should beat them. If I mean they're a championship side, we should beat them. Chelsea is interesting to me. Just because I know Xabi Alonso will want to get something. Imagine you step into a job and people are just like, is he the guy? Can he do it in the Prem? And you take points off the champions. It goes a long way through the season for the players and the fan base. So I think our first 3 games are potential banana skins, man. Especially, like you said, especially with Villa. We know that Unai Emery hates everything Arsenal. He can't stand us. So, you know what I'm saying? The 3 teams we play first, and I don't think even if we lose or we drop points, I don't think it's over. I think we have the depth and the players to get over any kind of hiccup. But I think if you're going to drop points, the first 3 could be a place where we actually slip. But I don't expect us to, because I'm going to go full Delulu, 9 points, batterings, and Salas getting some goals. I want to see Gyökeres get some goals. I really want to see Gyökeres open up the tally early and start getting a flow going.
Yeah, I also think Arsenal got a bit of a monkey on their back with the opening day of the season playing newly promoted sides, because the last time they did, they lost to Brentford, and we got that whole kickabout in the park banter. And I don't want Coventry to have any opportunity to do that, because that's the type of thing.
It's important we score first, man. It's really important we score first.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I think we'll be all right, man. Even with what we got going on. And you know, the window closes when? September 1st?
September 1st, yeah.
So there's still two and a bit weeks for us to get a big signing. Kvara from PSG. Not as planned. But
the thing is, we still need 3 signings. That's the thing. We still need 3 signings, really.
Guys, out of interest, if we don't get Koundé, are you having Munoz at Palace?
Who?
Munoz at Palace.
No, I'd rather play Salmon, bro.
Okay, fair.
It's nothing personal. For me, I think I know it's going to sound crazy, but I think Salmon's cold, bro. I think he's cold. He actually reminds me of Saliba, you know. Yeah, he actually kind of reminds me of Saliba.
He mentors him.
Yeah.
On a side tangent, the one thing that I think annoys me about our manager sometimes is we have players who can contribute, who are from our academy. If you're good enough to play, you're old enough to play. Right? So why do we keep buying bums when we got players here that could probably do a job? Like you said, we're gonna pay for Munoz, what, 50 million? When Marlon Salmon could probably come in and do a job. He doesn't have to play every game. He just has to be a stopgap. That's it, a rotation player.
I'd rather play Salmon, bro, because for me, I think he's grown a bit more as well. I think he's already like 6'3" already, and he's only 17. So I think for me, he's going to be an absolute monster. And I think already, I think he's gotten a little bit quicker as well, which is crazy.
I just wouldn't play Salmon at right back. I don't like him at right back.
No, I don't like him right back either.
No,
I play him at center back.
Yeah,
centre back.
There's been a couple of times
Let's play Ben White right back.
Yeah, it's just because a couple of times last season he played Salmon at right back, and you know how Arteta likes to have people who can cover multiple. I just don't think that Salmon offers enough to be a decent sort of a cover at right back.
All right, now we're getting into season predictions, and we're going. We'll start. I'll start every competition because we're in what 5, 4, 5.
Don't forget the Community Shield, yeah.
Okay, we'll start with the Community Shield.
I'm kidding.
So Community Shield, what's your score prediction for the Community Shield? Arsenal versus Manchester City.
I'm going 2-2 Arsenal to win on penalties.
I think Arsenal will win in 90 minutes and will be the champions of the Community Shield. 2-1. 2-1.
If they don't have Rodri, I'm predicting 3-0. I think if they don't have Rodri, I predict that we we embarrass them.
Do you think
that's delusion? You guys know me, I'm delusional. But without Rodri,
you're right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like without Rodri, this is the thing, right? We've seen City when they don't have Bernardo Silva, they don't have Kevin De Bruyne, and they don't have Rodri. I don't rate the midfield, man.
You're not having Anderson?
Who?
Elliot Anderson.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay.
No, I think Rice runs ring around him.
I agree, but
even
he's
in
not
the World Cup,
even
in the World Cup, they put Anderson on for Rice, and you could see the difference, bro. No, like he can't lace Rodri's boots, man. Listen, the only threat they have that I can see is that robot Erling Haaland, but we've pocketed that guy time and time again. He'll score a goal, of course he will, right? But if he ain't got no service, guess what? He just running around there. We saw it in the World Cup as well. If Odegaard ain't feeding you, you just running around, bro. So, yeah, 3-0 without Rodri. That's my prediction. Now the Prem. Do we see Champions 27 next year? Let's start with Bob.
I think Arsenal are going to go back-to-back in the Premier League for the first time as Premier League champions. I know they did it in the 30s, but other than that, they've never gone back-to-back. And I think Arsenal. Yeah, we're going to go back-to-back in the Premier League. Champions.
Ooh. I think it depends on if we do business, bro, because again, I don't like our attack. When I think about this is really bad to say, but when I think about the attacks in the top 6, we've got the worst attack, to be honest. But obviously we didn't win the league last year because of our attack. But I think we need to win the league this year because of it. Like we won the league last year in spite of our attack. You know, I think it's really difficult. It's really difficult for me because a lot of people say, you know, Arsenal the only one with Mikel Arteta is the only manager in the league that has a Premier League, and we've had the same manager for 6 years and stability and all this stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid just yet. I need to see I've already 23-24 defensive progressive football, and I need to see attacking signings, and I need to know what's going on with this right back, centre back, Saliba. There's still a couple of asterisks over the squad that I'm not happy with. Again, pre-season's been shambles, but I'm not going to look too much into it. Again, this is another thing. I know it doesn't really have anything to do with the squad or the title directly, but we still got Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, and Jesus are still here, bro. And it's August. None of those players went to the World Cup. So what's the excuse? None of these players went to the World Cup. And if anyone says, well, things were busy, because even if players didn't go to the World Cup, things were busy. Elliot Anderson went to the World Cup and was one of the first big signings during the World Cup. I'm not trying to hear that BS, mate. So I say that to say this: I'm going to predict back to back, but with an asterisk.
I hear you. I'm going to say we go back to back. but I don't think it's like you said. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk, unless, and I don't think it has anything to do with signings, unless our manager finds out how to piece together his defense with his attack. Because I don't think it's the quality of the attackers either, unless you talking about Nani Madueke, but that's another thing. They got trash. But if we're talking about our attackers, I don't think the quality is the issue. I think feeding them is the issue. I think Odegaard holding on to the ball and not actually taking.
When he comes back, I'll let him take over. I hear what he's going to say. We're too slow in the final third.
Yeah, our transition's pathetic.
Yeah, and that's been a problem because he hasn't been able to unlock the low block. Look,
it's done me. Sorry,
Rican, do you want to carry on?
I forgot, but my thing is, like you said, we are a little bit too slow in the final third, but we're also indecisive. We don't take first time shots. If you look at a lot of the champions, you look at a lot of people who score goals, they just shoot first time, and the goalkeeper might block it, and then someone else follows up. We don't do that. We have to find the perfect pass. It's almost like that ladder Wenger ball where we have to walk the ball into the net. And it's just like, bro, just shoot the ball. Just shoot and see what happens. If you look at Trossard, the reason we love Trossard so much last season, he just shot. He didn't think about it. He just said, I have an opening. There we go.
Sunderland
away. Champions.
Sunderland away, mate. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we need. And I think if Mikel just allows his attackers to have the freedom to make mistakes, we'll walk the league. But if we go back to trying to control, and scumbag our way back, it's not going to be great. It's honestly not going to be. It's going to be a slow season. I don't know if I can do it again. Because last season was tough, man. Last season almost took me out. I'm not going to lie to you. So the next bit, domestic trophies, I'll put both of them together. What are you expecting for the domestic trophies? I'll start with Dark Side.
I expect League and Carabao.
Winning.
Yes, winners. Because the reason why we didn't win the Carabao Cup last time is because of Pep's bald head. And now that Pep's bald head is dusted off, I expect us to win the Carabao. That simple, really.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree. I think I would like to see Arsenal win the FA Cup because it's my favourite. I just love the FA Cup.
I've never seen us win the Carabao, by the way. I was one the last time we won it.
Yeah, no, I have seen us win the League Cup. But it would be nice. It would be good if we could win it. I also think that Pep showed Arteta just how much he still needs to learn in that Carabao Cup final. So I feel like that's part of his progression. Like that's something that he has to win. So I think that the league and the Carabao Cup make the most sense. However, if I could choose between the league and the FA Cup, I would choose the FA Cup over the League Cup for sure. It's all about the FA Cup.
I think that one of my big gripes with Arteta versus Pep Guardiola is Pep Guardiola always treated domestic cups like they were big trophies. You saw how he celebrated for the Carabao. That's all they won. They only wanted domestic trophies, but he celebrated like they won everything.
I think that's fair. Yeah. I think that's what sets him apart as well. It's that mentality for everything. And I think Arsenal have a legacy of disrespecting the League Cup. Wenger did it as well. So I think that I don't think he can have excuses anymore. The squad is huge and the squad has got depth and the depth is pretty good. So he doesn't have any excuses. He just doesn't.
I agree. Now,
let's be honest, man. If you said, sorry to say this one quick thing, we could literally have a Carabao Cup final with Declan Rice and Bruno not playing, and I wouldn't be like, oh my god. Like, let's say they were both injured, we could play Skelly and Zubimendi and Odegaard, and that should get us over. The line.
You're right.
You know, so we have got no excuse not to win a trophy this season. I don't want to hear no excuses. Even if we only win the Carabao, for me, that's good enough. Win a trophy. Win captain's armpits. Armpits. That's all I want to see. I don't care which one it is. Armpits. And if it's more than one, vamos. And if it's triple, vamos. And if it's 4, I'll turn into a Chinese man.
I want to win everything we can domestically.
I'm Blackanese. My mama Chinese, man. So it's Rush Hour 2 reference.
I've seen Rush Hour. I knew where you were going.
The last thing, though, now, and I'm gonna caveat this with the current squad that we have. We ain't talking about signings. We're not talking about who we might get. The current squad, as it is now, everyone's fit. Champions League.
Minimum semi-final.
A minimum final.
Okay.
Make it to that final, man. No, sorry, minimum. Get me a star above that badge, man. Get me a star of that. I can't do a final and lose again. Get me a star above that badge this time. Get me a star above that effing badge, man. Sorry. Get me a star above that badge. I'm not saying it's an expectation, but I please, football gods, I need a star. I've got too many. I know too many people, Chelsea people. I see all these like weird African accounts on Twitter that just fucking that makes me want to rip my braids out, bro. It just, I do God's work on X for that type of thing, mate. Nigerian rage bait account, all of them. It's just crazy. But I feel you. I think last year I was just so desperate for the Premier League that I was willing just to forfeit everything else. And I kind of feel like I'm going to feel the same way about the Champions League this year. I think that with the squad that Arsenal have and the performance and the momentum they've got in the Champions League over the past 2 seasons, they should be making a minimum of the semi-final. But, you know, he's gone one better every year in the Champions League since they got back into it. They got to a quarterfinal, they got to the semi-final, they got to the final. This year, they're going to be going for it, aren't they? And who's to say that they can't? You know, it's not like the squad isn't good enough. I've got a question. Would you throw away the league, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup for a 75% chance to win the Champions League?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I would. Oh, yeah, I would.
I throw away my visa and my passport for a chance. I never come back to this bad boy if I see the Champions League one time, bro. I'm saying, listen, for me, I'm of the mind that I want final. I don't think there are 4 teams better than us in world football when we're on it. We've seen it. Bayern Munich, you know what I'm saying? Barcelona, maybe.
The issue is, Rican, is that there's more than 4 teams that have much better attacks than us. That's the problem.
Yeah, but when our defense is healthy, I don't think it matters, man. I don't think it matters. Like but the issue is, and I'll caveat my own question, our defense ain't healthy. If we get Timber back, if we get Saliba back in the crunch time and they're fit enough to go, I just don't like
I think you're right, Rican. I do. Like,
I don't think anybody can score look at last year with a makeshift back line. How many teams scored more than 3 against us? Not many.
PSG needed a penalty to go to extra time. Like, I'm sorry, I agree with Rican. I think defensively, midfield back and from the front, Arsenal are a defensive unit that can defend from the attacker. So, you know, look how hard PSG struggled, and they couldn't do it in open play. They couldn't.
Can I just say something? I'm sorry. You're a Man United fan, broski. Sir Alex Ferguson ain't coming back. I hear you. I hear all the chest that you have, but you know what I'm saying? You 13 years away from a title, man. Ifs and maybes is your entire fan base.
I don't get it. Raya's got 3 golden gloves in a row. That's the healthiest defense in world football, surely.
I think reality is, considering you ended up fighting for top 4 and knocked out of all conference for February. Stop it. Moving on.
No,
I don't got time to rage bait. Anyway.
No,
So with the
0 out of 10 rage bait, by the way. 0 out of 10.
That's not even worth
it. You see this? You see this right here? I've seen this, right? You have this number. That's how many years it's been since they've won anything. So, you know what I'm saying? Sir Alex Ferguson ain't coming back, and Carrick's at the wheel, man. I smashed you with the Emirates. I was there. I was at that. Listen, No,
wait. Let me address this. Because I think I've got the perfect comeback for this. This will shut down all rage bait. Yes, you won 3-2. Yes, we saw Cunha do this nonsense. But guess what? Every single result in the Premier League that you've had this last season for Man United, what has it led to? I'll tell you what ours has led to. See this? Yeah. See you later, son. See you later.
Anyway, back to prediction. I think the final. I think when our defense can get together, and even when it's not healthy, if it was like Bob said, we were a mascara mistake, or it was in copy. It was mascara. It was mascara mistake from winning the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
If he just lets them run, maybe we can still, get back into it. But he brings them down penalty. But that's what it took for PSG to win. Like I just no attack scares me. And this goes back to the earlier bit. If we can actually get our attack to be as effective as our defense, I don't think any team in football can stop us.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I love good defensive football. I was a defender. It's what I played. I love watching teams for the way they defend, and nobody is doing it like Arsenal at the moment. They're just not. No one's close.
Thank you for the congratulations.
That's really kind of you, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, let's take it right back. Yeah. What I would do, because we're gonna get into FPL. We'll probably be here another 20 minutes. But I did star some, so I'll do FPL at the end and then we'll close out. But I wanted to star some of the comments that I kind of highlighted. Ben Ward said, I'd like to sign Jed Spence. Interesting signing for the defense. Would you take Jed Spence?
I'll answer. I'll start. Ben's a friend of mine. Ben, come on, man. You're better than this. I'm not. Listen, you know what? If Jed Spence was a winger, we might be having a different conversation. But defensively, apart from that tackle for England that everyone was sharing, I think he is a horrible defender, and I would have him nowhere near the club. Not at all. Not for me.
All right. Anything to say, Dark Side?
Hell no. I don't want Spurs to come at my flipping club. Unless I said, unless we're doing White Soul Campbell and taking Harry Kane. No, thank you.
All right. The next one I highlighted was Sam needs to be a first teamer.
I agree with this one. Number 83 needs to be in the 11 eventually, because for me, I just think we could go and spend, if we can't get Koundé, don't bother spending 60 million on Ezra Konsa, bro. Don't bother.
No, not Konsa, please, not Konsa.
No,
I'm sorry.
No,
Some of the names that we've been linked to recently have been Danny Diabolical. And then I saw that Diamonde, the one, the Ivorian kid from Sporting, it's just gone to.
The one who went to Nottingham.
What the hell, bro? What the hell? How has he got? Well, Nottingham Forest. I was just going to say, how have they got bread for that? But they just sold Ali Anderson for 116. So yeah, they got the bread. So, but yeah, I think for me, Salmon, it's time for you to become. I ain't even got a joke. Yeah, just do your thing and swim, fam.
I think he should get some cup minutes. I think he should get considerable cup minutes.
I agree.
But this is one of my gripes with our manager. He tends to play the first teamers in the cups, and then we don't end up winning them anyway. Just let the kids play. Let the kids play until it gets serious, and then you put the first teamers in there. We don't need to be in the first round playing our starting midfield. Playing Huddersfield.
Salmon got minutes in the Carabao Cup last season, though. He played at right back against one of the lower division teams. Mansfield? Was it Mansfield?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he did get minutes. He looks calm, and he looks very much like he knows what he's doing and where he's meant to be. Positionally, he looks strong. I agree with Darkside. I think he's got faster, and I think the mentoring with Saliba is clearly paying off. First team might be a little bit too soon. I think he will get minutes in the first team, but I don't know if I would want to be looking at him as a regular just yet. I just think that, what is he, 16?
17.
17, central defender. You don't want to. I don't know. I just feel like
Hey,
maybe
Tony Adams was the captain of Arsenal at 19, bro. It can work. It can
Hey,
happen.
if you're good enough, you're old enough, man. That's it.
okay.
Didn't Owen win the Ballon d'Or at 18? So Fabregas broke into the team at 15. I'm sorry. If he looks, for me, he looks the real deal, man.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. It's just this is
No.
an opinion thing. I just back Salmon. I back him.
No, I don't think he will do. I don't think he will embarrass himself or anything like that. I just worry that he's in the center of defense, you know. And I know you're talking about Tony Adams, but Tony Adams was still 19. You know, like I think those 2 years make a big difference.
I feel like 19 during them times is a little bit harder than 19 now. Like you had people studying you in the knee and you know what I'm saying, just WWEing you. I think it takes a lot more toughness to play 19 when you're playing the teams that Tony Adams was playing in the Prem versus the teams now where, you know, you finesse and people fall over if they get sneezed on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the next comment I had up that I starred was Jack, and I agree wholehearted with this. We need to win against City. I don't care if it's a wooden spoon. We lost twice to them last season. And I agree. Pep is gone. Pep is gone. Bernardo Silva's gone. Rodri's gonna be gone. You know, they're good players. Their backbone is gone. We should wipe the floor with them every chance we get. I want them to go back in their hobbit hole. I really do. I want them to go back to mediocrity where they belong. And I think Maresca's just the man to take them there.
I said this on stream after Arsenal won the Premier League, and I did like a little bit of a debrief. The one thing that stuck me was that we didn't beat Liverpool or Man City last season. And I know people will say, I can see you. I know people are going to say, it doesn't matter, we got the Premier League and all that, but I wanted to beat them. You know,
I want to beat Liverpool at Anfield. That's the one.
Yeah.
To caveat it and not to cut you, my bad. But
so that's just my take on it. If we can beat them, I want to beat them, and I want to beat them well.
Yeah, I want Anfield away. I want to win at Anfield.
The whole time Pep was here, we didn't beat him once at the Etihad. You know, that still pisses me off. We didn't beat him once at the Etihad.
Do you know that Arteta was the only manager to finish above Pep twice in Pep's whole tenure?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So in his first season, I think he came third, and who was it? I think it was Poch and maybe Klopp or someone like that. No, I think it was
Rodgers.
I think it was Conte. It was Conte because he won the league.
Yeah.
So, but after that, only Arteta finished above Pep more than once.
Wow.
So I want to get those numbers. Like I want to get those numbers. I want to get those receipts. I want to beat Liverpool at Anfield. I want to beat Man City at Etihad. Those are the type of fixtures that are important to me. You know, other teams I don't care so much about because we've been beating them. We finally beat Man United at Old Trafford last year. Opening game of the season. Got it done. Tick. You know, it's Liverpool away. It's Man City away.
Yeah. For me, we need to win. We haven't won at Anfield since 2013. Santi Cazorla.
I want Anfield and Etihad.
We need to
win it all three. I want to do the trifecta. I want to go up there, win at Old Trafford. I want to go win at the Etihad, and I want to win at Anfield as well, bro. And I want to win comfortably.
Yeah,
because then nobody can chat to me.
It's true. And like, I want also as well. I want to, if we do win the league this year, I want to get 90+ points as well.
It would be nice, yeah.
If you told me we win the league, like, you know, I think Man United won the league one time, and I think they won it in '99 with 75 points. If you told me 75 points will win us the league this year, I mean, I'm carrying a bomber clad, you know, so. But at the end of the day, I want a convincing victory. I want attacking football, and I want to star above this badge. I'm asking for too much. I know I'm asking for too much. Dark side is greedy. I'm very greedy, but I fucking love this club so much.
You're not alone, Dark Side. You're not alone.
Club so much. You know what? I feel like that the white guy, the kit man, he's like, listen.
This is my club.
I fucking love this fucking club. All right,
This is my club. This is my club.
I fucking love this club. I love that video. That's the only thing of the documentary I've seen. I fucking love this club. You can see the neck muscles moving. It's like, I fucking love this club. I fucking love that scene. So good. So good.
My last comment that I have is from Mark, the United fan. But this is actually a really good question. Do you guys think that complacency will be an issue with trying to go back-to-back?
No,
I don't either.
I
don't either.
No,
I don't either because I think we have hungry players that want to win.
If we won the Champions League as well last season and potentially this season Super Cup, then I'd probably say potentially, because doing like a treble, you could that could happen. But I think when I look at players like Saka, when I look at players like especially now Solis coming in, Guimaraes, Skelly, Eze, I think there's more. They especially Bruno Guimaraes. This is his last roll of the dice. Saka wants to be up there with the top players. Gyökeres has got something to prove. Gabriel and Saliba want to be in the best Premier League centre back conversations. Raya's just won the World Cup, so I think he wants to really be up there with I think he's eyeing. He'll never get there, but he's looking at Casillas now. He's looking at the mount. He's looking. These players are looking at. For me, they're looking at the summit peak. They're looking at.
Also, and look, no one's ever gone 4 Golden Gloves in a row, and that's what Raya's going to be looking to do. And also, Arteta's got a captain fetish, and he's just signed another captain who knows, like you said, Darkside, this is his last chance, really. He's going to be 29, I think, in September or whatever it is. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it at Arsenal Football Club. And I think that he's the type of signing that raises the standards just because of how hungry and how aggressive he is. You know, he's the type of player that won't be afraid to turn around and be like, Odegaard, what the fuck's going on? You know, and those are the type of people you want. You want someone where if he's playing against you, you hate him. And if he's playing for you, you love him. And that is Bruno Guimaraes. That is Ben White. That is, I know that he's out there, but Cuti Romero. Those are the types of players that you take because you know what they bring on the pitch in terms of their aggressiveness and their desperation to just be the winners. So I think that Arsenal are going to be a horrible bunch next year. I don't think there's any room for complacency, and I just don't think we'll see it, especially with a certain Mr. Heinzer on the side as well.
One thing I will say on Raya, I think Raya will have more hunger because I'm a Spain fan. That man didn't get no minutes at the World Cup.
No.
And if I'm David Raya, how can I win the Golden Glove or whatnot, and not get a minute at the World Cup? Unai Simon, and I like Unai Simon. I think he's a good keeper. But he ain't better than Raya, in my opinion. Right? And this guy, he didn't get any time. If I'm Raya, then I want to win everything. I want to win the Golden Glove. I want to help this team win the Champions League. Because then I can go back to Spain and say, you guys really picking this bum over me? 4-time Golden Glove. You know what I'm saying? Champions League winner, double winner, whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of other players will feel that as well. You know, it's not good enough. Yeah, we won the Prem, but we were within 2 penalty kicks away from winning the Champions League. I think it'll be hunger. And one thing I do know, I absolutely do know, is that our manager will be up for it, man.
Fire. I'm on fire.
He's on fire, man.
I'm on fire.
All right. The guy wants it. So it is what it is, man. Did I start another comment?
I don't think so.
Make sure you guys subscribe to both of the panelists, all of the panelists. Make sure you subscribe to everybody.
This Man United fan is pissing me off, bro. This guy's talking like he's seen it. You know what? Let me be quiet.
Don't give him his airtime, man. He's boring. He's more boring than me. All right, do me a favor, mate.
Big up, Static.
But yeah, give us all a follow. We're all chasing our next milestones, so that would be amazing. Thank you.
Road to 3K. Road to 3K for me.
Road to 150, yeah.
Mate, when I got 150, I was so happy. I remember when I got 150, the next day I woke up and I had 333 subscribers and I thought my thing glitched.
Mate, don't say that because that would be lovely.
So the last thing that I had planned on this thing is FPL. And that's Bob's thing because I can't play you guys know I had an FPL league that I was terrible in. So
I don't do FPL.
Okay, I'll do it real quick, Len. I'm just putting a comment in the chat. Join my FPL league. It doesn't matter if you support Arsenal or not. It's called the BoringAFC FPL League. The code is there. Get involved. See if you can beat me. I'm not going to lie. In the past 4 seasons, I've finished in the top 6%. And in the past 2 seasons, I finished in the top 1%. So come and give it a go. Come and play. I love a bit of FPL. It's something that I'll be talking about on my stream on a Mondays. And, if FPL is your thing, I think we'll get on just fine. So come and do that. That's the FPL spiel.
Lovely. Crying say got his team. If you got a league, so there we go. I think we covered pretty much everything that I want to cover. In the first one, I think we had a good one. Actually, we didn't do predictions for tomorrow. I know it's a preseason game. What are you looking to see tomorrow? Not just prediction. What are you looking to see from the game against Como?
Well, yeah. Arsenal should be winning. We need to be getting a win on the just getting a win over the line. But I want to see what Arteta is trying to do come to fruition. It's almost like you can see where it is, but sometimes there's like that hesitation before the pass is made, or it's almost like the striker is in the right position, but then he's looking up and the player is not where they're supposed to be. It happened in the Dortmund game. I think it was Odegaard played a wonderful through ball to Havertz, and instead of going near post, Gyökeres went far post, and the ball that Havertz put across the box, a guaranteed tap in, and Gyökeres was in the wrong place. I want to start seeing the ideas come together, and I want to see joined up thinking. I don't want to see it happening sparingly and people doing the right thing some of the time. I want to see people doing the right thing all of the time. And as much as I'm willing to forgive Fabregas, I want to see him get absolutely tonked as well. That's it.
That side?
Bro, let me see some 22-23 ball, bro. Let me see some progressive football. Let me just take the handbrake off, man. Take the handbrake off. Like, none of this Gear 1 nonsense, man. We've got a GT3 RS and we're keeping it in the garage, gathering dust, man, and taking out the Mini Cooper. For what? For what? Like, I just want to see some attacking ball, because even if that's not the style we're going to revert to the season coming, like, bro, let the fans entertain. It's a preseason friendly. Let me see something. Let me see something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't care if we lose 5-4. I don't care if we lose 5-4. I just want to see goals, man. I just want to see goals. I want to see Gyökeres score. I want to see Solé score. I want to see Bruno Guimaraes. I want to see Newcastle. I want to see Bruno Guimaraes. No, I've got nothing against Newcastle fans. I'm sorry, but some of you guys were talking stuff to me on Threads the other day, and I had to tweak out a little bit, but yeah, no, it's all love Newcastle fans. Yeah, I want to see Bruno Guimaraes. I want to see Odegaard have a good performance, and Wanyeri. And obviously Bukayo Lightskin. I want to see Black Wilshere, Ethan Wanyeri as well, and the White Child of Destiny, of course, Max Dowman on the wing as well. I want to see him have a good game, because he was probably his worst performance in an Arsenal shirt. Would you say against Dortmund, Max Dowman, probably? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he was great.
Yeah, but he's 16, 17, man. He'll have those.
I look at it's weird. He's only 16. I look at Max Dowman as like Gohan already, but I look at him as like Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. I just expect him to just turn up all the time, man. Like, yeah, he's so good, man. Chelmsford Messi, bro. Chelmsford Messi. Love that.
All right. Man. Well, there we go. We got the first trifecta. What do you guys have coming up next, Bob?
I think I will be starting to stream again on Mondays after the first game of the season. I'll probably stream next Friday to preview the Coventry game, talk about my FPL a little bit, and any transfers that have happened in or out up until that point. So next Friday for me, and if we do decide to stream next Tuesday, then I'll be on then as well.
All right. What about you, Dark Side?
Yeah, bro. I'll be back in once the season starts. I'll be back in full swing. Be my regular live streams and stuff like that. Then I'll be after the Coventry game. There'll be a small break because I'm going to be on holiday. I'm going to España, and then Dark Side will be pumping out content daily, or whatever.
As for me, I haven't stopped doing content all summer. I did the World Cup. I need a little bit of a break, but now we're getting into the season. I will be covering more Sevilla content, so I'm doing Siempre Sevilla. Probably tomorrow, I talk about Sevilla getting a new striker finally. And yeah, I'm gonna do more Sevilla content this summer. Not this summer, this year, because I actually want to go to Sevilla and watch a match eventually as well. Also, I can't let Arsenal stress me out. So yeah, I will be the mixed channel that I am. So that's what's coming up for me. As far as this show, if you guys liked it, we will try to do it on Tuesdays around the same time, depending on who's available. So make sure you have your notifications on. And I think Tuesday is a good day because we get all the games out of the way. If we have a Monday night game, we can digest. We have a Saturday night game, we can digest. We have a Sunday game, we can digest. So I think it's good for everything. And we can also talk before, or after the Champions League. So it might be a Wednesday if we have a Champions League match or whatnot. Then, but we'll be around on Tuesdays. Let's see. Last comments. Thanks, Jack. Make sure you subscribe to Dark Side. There goes his link. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Dark Side, make sure you subscribe to Dark Side. Make sure you subscribe to my guy Rob, BoringAFC. I miss the morning shows. That's what I used to have. The Boring Brew. I'm sad about it. I cry every day. Adam says subscribe to both. Thank you.
Shout out to you, bro.
And Romano just said Enzo, but I don't care about Enzo, honestly. Unless he's coming to Arsenal, I couldn't care.
I don't want to come to Arsenal. Racist prat.
But let's see. Is there anything else? Any final remarks from the trifecta?
No, not for me. It was a great show, guys. And actually, there is one more thing. There's one more thing. I'm so glad you said that. There is one more thing. I've got a little clip here that I want you to play. It's on the thing because I'm not the host. I didn't know that.
I've told you how many more times I've got to fucking tell you. Skelly in midfield. Declan Rice stays insane.
No, but where's
I'm playing wherever.
Do not sell my boy, blood. Don't sell my boy. How many more times do I fucking tell you? Skelly in midfield.
So good.
I like Skelly in midfield, and I hope that he stays there.
Me too.
But we'll see. Listen, this season, I'm excited for the season. I'm sure you guys are excited for the season as well. And we'll see what happens. We'll be stressed either way. So, yeah. That's been the trifecta. You guys have the best week you possibly can. And since I'm hosting, I'll leave you guys how I always leave you. If we don't see you again, we hope that you have a good week and everything you want to happen happens. We hope all the bad things go away. But most of all, we hope that you enjoyed this show. You enjoyed the waffle. You enjoyed the information. You learned something. And we hope that you come back on the next Tuesday edition of the Touchline Trifecta. Big up to the First Lady. Always going to be up to the First Lady of the chat. That means that it's time for me to go in, y'all. That's what it means. And big up to Adam as well. Listen, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to keep saying it. Make sure you subscribe to Dark Side and my guy, Bob. And we'll see you on the next live stream. Y'all take it easy. Have a good night. And we out of here. Take it easy.